As the impeachment hearings unfold, I'd recommend just turning off the TV. All the cable networks use one feed for their coverage, and that's C-SPAN. C-SPAN has 7 cameras in the room, and they feed all the cable channels. The shots are all the same. The split screens are all C-SPAN. Those are all C-SPAN people. But the Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, they all put their own graphics on the screen. First day of the hearing, when William Taylor was speaking, the Fox News little graphic boxes for Bill Taylor were like, oh, Trump calls him a never Trumper. MSNBC, career government servant. On MSNBC, in one of the breaks, Nicole Wallace said, I'm gobsmacked at how professional these career civil servants are.
I'm gobsmacked by the contrast, the patriotism, the stoicism.
And the problem with Donald Trump is he always sees himself first. Trump is all about Trump. He was using the power of the presidency in its most unchecked area, foreign affairs, to advance his own personal interests as opposed to the country's.
CNN is just a mishmash. Everybody's talking there. I sometimes have trouble abridging what happens on CNN. On Fox News, at least on the opinion shows, impeachment is pretty much what President Trump has called, which is a witch hunt.
This is witch hunt 2.0, Ukraine, okay, but on human growth hormone and steroids. No due process again, rampant hypocrisy again, a wild conspiracy theories, lies, a hoax again.
If you got stuck in an airport and happened to catch some of it, you can testify to how pointless and tiresome the whole thing was.
There's also a lot of deflection, talk about other things, talk about the Bidens, which is perfectly fine. I think they can talk about the Bidens. They can talk about Hunter Biden being slimy and taking this patronage job. I think that's a legitimate critique. And it's just a question of whether you also talk about the president's abuse of power, which they don't. As the impeachment hearings unfold, I'd recommend just turning off the TV, going with some of the live blogs, Washington Post, New York Times, Politico, so on and so forth. They're all pretty good. They're all comprehensive. They all link to previous coverage, which you don't get on television. If you can't subscribe or can't afford these major news sources, C-SPAN is out there. You can watch C-SPAN unfiltered and you don't have to deal with any of the crappy political analysis. So I like C-SPAN a lot.